Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Okay, South Carolina is going to be without their two top running backs. That's Marshawn Lloyd and Beal Smith. And this is a problem for South Carolina. This is a major issue. Look, South Carolina struggles on offense. You saw it last week against Florida, 38-6. The only points they scored was on special teams, and that was it. They didn't move the ball. They didn't do much of anything. And without Marshawn Lloyd, they lose that, not only the running, but the threat of the run, because he's really good. If you've seen Marshawn Lloyd, he's an excellent runner. He'll be playing on Sunday. But the problem is, without being able to run the ball or the threat of running, everybody pins their ears back, goes after Rattler. And Rattler is not some magician like Bryce Young, or even the quarterback from Missouri who ran the ball really well against us. So I don't know what Rattler's going to be able to do. Their big hope, obviously, is playing at home and having a big crowd advantage, and it'll be loud. Look, it's 7 o'clock, and my brothers will be there, and Walt, or Junebug as we call him, says it's super loud there. It's one of the loudest places you can play. So that's really going to be their hope. But we're going to check up, probably for the last time, our two Carolina guys that I've been keeping you abreast of, and kind of see what they think as far as what's going on with South Carolina. And this first fellow, which I've shown you a couple times, Captain Will, he's going to talk about Jalen Hyatt. Now realize Jalen Hyatt is from South Carolina. He wanted to play at South Carolina, but they didn't even offer him a scholarship. And that's been a very sensitive issue in South Carolina.
They got Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt is from the crib. He is from South Carolina. This brother, four-star recruit, wasn't even offered a scholarship by Will Muschamp. The brother wasn't even issued a scholarship. Tennessee offered him a scholarship. He signed, and he is balling out. You know, with him coming back to South Carolina, the school that he wanted to go to, but wasn't offered a scholarship, he's going to show his ass at Williams-Brice Stadium. He's going to show it. So they got the number one offense and the 15th ranked defense. And they're playing against us. Bottom line up front, Tennessee is great. Tennessee is phenomenal. They're an amazing team. They are great. What can we do? What can we do as the University of South Carolina Fighting Gamecocks, Williams-Brice Stadium night game, gonna be lit? What can we do to slow down the Tennessee offense? Well, first off, we got to pray. We got to pray. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to pray. It's Thursday. We got to send out a prayer. We got to call people. We got whoever you heard that term, prayer warriors. Prayer warriors, we need to get them on the line. That's what we need to do. What I'm saying is we have no chance at all of stopping this offense. We got no chance stopping this offense. None. We got no chance. We have zero chance. It's the best offense in the country. And this debacle that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, by our defense, gonna stop that offense? Oh, hell no.
All right. So, yeah, he's not feeling so good about the opportunity in this game. And I understand it. I really do. I watched them against Florida. Now, that was at Florida, but they also, Missouri beat them, and they struggled against Vanderbilt. And really, they're struggling without Marshawn Lloyd. And even with him, it's not like they were wearing people out. But he was a very key player. And now even the backup to Lloyd is not available, and that's not good. It was like a deep thigh bruise. So it's not a knee, thank goodness, or an ankle, something that's going to be long-term. But here's the thing about injuries in college football. You hear a bruise, and you think, oh, well, it's just a bruise. I get a bruise. No. College football players, when they get a bruise and they miss a game, it's because it's a bruise, something that none of us have probably ever went through. They get hurt in a significant way, especially if they're missing a game. So, it's probably a really bad bruise. and it's going to take some time. Like I said, fortunately, it's not a knee, but when they get hurt, it's not like regular people getting hurt. So let's see what Carolina Jackpot has to say. He actually mentioned it in a short, of all things.
That Shane Beamer on his press conference tonight announced that Marshawn Lloyd, running back, and CBS Christian Beal-Smith, neither one will play in the game Saturday night against Tennessee. This is real shocking, right? No, it's really not. I'm going to start calling him Shane Muschamp. He's been about that transparent with injury news here of late. It's more than just a thigh bruise. It's more than just a thigh bruise. So anyway, Marshawn Lloyd, CBS, both out for the game. Bet the mortgage on the Vols to cover if you weren't going to do it already. Push, I'm out.
All right, so he's not feeling too confident about the game. And look, I understand it. Even with those two guys, it would be a big struggle. Now, I think their crowd's going to show up in a major way, but I'm just not seeing this team beating the Vols. I'm just not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. She must be unlisted.
No, not seeing it here, Lloyd. So I think it's going to be a struggle. Now, I think the first quarter will be a fight. It will be an epic fight that first 15 minutes because South Carolina's got ESPN there, and I just watched Paul Feinbaum, and even Cat Daddy. Some of you know Cat Daddy is not feeling so good about his Carolina Gamecocks. I listened to him a little bit, but I think it'll be a lot like this the first 15 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be an epic battle. But after that, I think the Vols will take over and probably start scoring in a significant way. And if they score right off the bat, that's not good for Carolina. They need to, Carolina needs to get ahead on some level in the first quarter to be able to stay in this game. And what the Vols need to do is make darn sure they don't lose to Carolina and, of course, Vandy. I'm not worried about Vandy, but Carolina at William Bryce Stadium, I don't know, they got so many names for that. It's the William Bryce, Taylor Swift, Kelly Clarkson Stadium or whatever the crap it is.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
But anyway, what the Vols need to do is make sure that nobody gets through. We need to be undefeated so we can get into that playoff, and we cannot let anybody pass.
You shall not pass!
That's exactly right. You shall not pass. And if you like this content, and I hope these two guys get better. I don't like injuries. You know that if you watch this channel. I don't like anybody to be injured, so hopefully these guys will be better next week. But if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I've only been doing this a little over 4 months, and I could use some help with that. Get some subscribers. Anyway, I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk J.